The Last of Us Part 2 might finally have a official release date. According to Kotaku's Jason Schreier, The Last of Us will be planned for 2020, possibly in February, but supposedly the game was initially planned for 2019, but plans have been changed. Looks like Death Stranding is about to get announced for a November release. The Last of Us 2 was also planned for fall 2019, but I actually just heard it got bumped to early 2020, possibly February. Either way, wild final year for the PS4. He's definitely right. A wild year for the PlayStation 4. Now, if this is true, if The Last of Us Part 2 is releasing in 2020, early 2020, this is eerily similar to its predecessor, The Last of Us, which was released on the PlayStation 3 in 2013 in June, a few months before the PlayStation 4 made its debut. There's rumors that the PlayStation 5 is going to come out in 2020. It's very interesting that Naughty Dog, that Sony chose this path for The Last of Us Part 2, the same exact path they chose for the original Last of Us. Now, in them doing this, it opens up doors for a possible Last of Us Part 2 remastered for the PlayStation 5 if it does initially release on the PlayStation 4. They did this with the original Last of Us. It would not shock me one bit. These video game companies are hungry for money, and it wouldn't shock me if it was released on the PlayStation 4 and on the PlayStation 5. Obviously, it wouldn't shock me at all. They're just trying to get as much money as they possibly can. Let's face it, I would be one of the people who would buy The Last of Us Part 2 on the PS4, then as soon as I get my hands on the PS5, trade that copy in and get The Last of Us Part 2 on the PlayStation 5. But that's just me. Now, I'm really wondering how backwards compatibility is going to work with the PlayStation 5, if Sony's definitely going to have it for the PlayStation 5. I have not heard anything of it, so if you guys have heard anything about backwards compatibility, please leave a comment down below. They did show the PlayStation 5 up against the PlayStation 4 Pro, and the loading times are absolutely amazing, and they use the Spider-Man game. So it's very interesting. Is the system backwards compatible? Has that been made official? Very interesting to talk about. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you guys pumped for The Last of Us 2? Me personally, I have been waiting for a sequel for The Last of Us for years now. There were rumors that we weren't even going to get one, but 7 years later, we are finally going to get it. If the early 2020 release date stays true, we're going to get The Last of Us Part 2. It stinks that it was originally planned for fall 2019. That would have been ideal, but maybe they don't want to go head to head with a bunch of titles. Potentially Cyberpunk 2077 is getting a 2019 release. So do you really want to go head to head with Cyberpunk? You also have The Outer Worlds, which is a highly anticipated role-playing game. Granted, The Last of Us Part 2 is not that. It's more of a story-driven narrative, but you still don't want to go head to head with that many games at launch. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd love to see what you have to say. Please hit that like button, comment if you haven't already. Please subscribe for more. The Last of Us Part 2, most likely coming out early 2020. Does that satisfy you guys? Are you guys happy about it? Are you guys bummed that it was initially planned for fall 2019 and it's just not happening anymore? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Godspeed.